Hello, kings and queens. E-Ray Taronic here with your astrology for the week of November the 7th, 2021. Thank you for being here with me today, lending me your ears, your eyes, and your time. I know it is valuable. Therefore, I will be sharing valuable information with you that will help you to navigate the week's upcoming challenges, take advantage of the opportunities and assistance aspecting you, and even be able to look forward to the blessings. Now, this is going to cover your Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday astrology. You'll have to come back to Enchantress Press Astrology to see your Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I am still breaking it up because there is much to cover. Now, if you haven't checked out Deadliest Intuition, my new psychological thriller, I would love for you to dive in and leave a review. It would be a wonderful birthday present for me this month. In addition to that, there's other literary news I'd like to talk to you about. LaShira Lee on Facebook has been asked to host an event on the Likewise app on Tuesday, November the 9th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So please go over to Facebook to LaShira Lee's page and register for the event. Now, for those of you who love freestyles, of course, you can check out Freestyle Friday with the Facebook group ICU Reading and Chatting. Every Friday, if you'd like to participate as an artist, contact Ebony Evans. She is the president of ICU Reading and Chatting Book Club. Now, on Clubhouse this Tuesday, between 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'd love for you to come on over to Diverse Shelves. If you know about any new reviews, any new books coming out, or if you're a reader and you know about any new books coming out that you're interested in reading or you've just read them, come on over to Diverse Shelves and talk about it. It's an open forum where they discuss the new releases. With that being said, let's go ahead and dive into the astrology. Hi guys, E-Ray Taronic here with your astrology portion of your reading for the week of November 7th, 2021. Now this is going to be Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday astrology. For your Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, come back to Enchantress Press Astrology and look for that on Wednesday night or Thursday morning, okay? Now, let's go through and look at your astrology. On Monday, the sun is in Scorpio, a sign that trines you at 16 degrees. Okay, this is where a hardship can be lifted for you as it pertains to your romance, your creative endeavors through play, your children. Why someone is choosing to help you is another, question you might want to look into. But some partnership is offering you assistance. It's either a sibling, someone in your networks of people, a neighbor, it could be someone around you, or someone assisting you during short distance travel. Okay, so it could be even because of short distance travel. It could be a sibling babysitting for you. It could be any of those things, especially if you have placements between 13 and 19 degrees of Scorpio, Capricorn, or Virgo. You want to be looking out for that to be coming your way. Now, also on November the 8th, Pallas is going to go direct in Pisces at 9 degrees. So your talents can bring success in the overcoming of challenges. If you have placements between 6 and 12 degrees of Pisces, Pisces is your area of long distance travel. You could have success at a distance from you or traveling long distances. You could have success in education and skills. You can have success in what you think and preach. So if you've been having challenges with your talents as far as your education and skills and what you think and preach, this is going forward and lending you that, that bump up, because the planet's going direct now. Now there's still a square between between your talents and things, your education and skills and things like that, between that area and Ceres in Gemini. So that tells me that you still need to nurture your area of what you think and preach, education and skills, long distance travel, through secret sacrifice, solitude, and closure, even spirituality. You need to nurture your spiritual gifts. If you're a spiritual healer, you need to start delving into your spiritual practice more and nurturing your spiritual gifts. You need to start working in your solitude on your education and skills, what you think and preach. You need to start, to gain that closure. You need to nourish those areas. It might take for you to have to travel. If you have placements between 6 and 12 degrees of Gemini or Pisces, this is aspecting you where that nurturing is needed. Now, Chiron at 9 degrees Aries offers a sextile to Ceres at 9 degrees. So if you want to put that nurturing in, look to your area of healing in career. Through career, you can heal that area of secret sacrifice and solitude. So you may even get offers through, what you master, or career offers to work in your solitude, to work secretly, to make that sacrifice. But take that opportunity, because that's the healing for you, especially if you have placements between 6 and 12 degrees of Aries. It's there for you. Also, a child or adult suffering could require easing on that day. So if you have those placements, be on the lookout for that. Any children around you who are maybe going through a hard time, maybe misplaced or something like that. And you might want to help them out if you have placements between 6 and 12 degrees of Gemini or Aries, okay? Now, the moon at 9 degrees Capricorn is going to lend assistance to your area of education and skills, long distance travel, what you think and preach as well. And this could be at a distance from you that this nurturing or this assistance is coming from. If you have placements between 6 and 12 degrees of Pisces or Capricorn, you can actually use your talents and it will lend you favor. Okay. It may cause for you to have to work hard through the day and night, or work unknown caller, or even work in your solitude, but it's aspecting for you, you know. So look for that assistance or opportunity to be coming through one of your partnerships, okay, to help you with long distance travel, education and skills, what you think and preach, or even someone at a distance from you assisting you with that area, okay? In the late afternoon, the moon in Capricorn at 12 degrees will trine Uranus and Taurus at 12 degrees. If you have placements between 9 and 15 degrees of Capricorn or Taurus, you can expect some sort of blessing that's going to show up, that's going to impact your worth in some way. It's going to bring some type of shock and surprise from one of your friends, someone in a social group, or maybe even just a surprise that a goal is being accomplished. But that's going to be accomplished through a relationship. One of your relationships is going to highlight this to you, okay, where this surprise blessing shows up. This is where you have truly fought for what you wanted, okay? Social status can be gained if you've, been carefully planning, okay? On Tuesday, November the 9th, the sun is in Scorpio at 17 degrees. If you have placements between 14 and 20 degrees, this is aspecting you. This degree notes success. Just make sure you're successful at something that holds true to your good morals, or else you could find yourself bound and restricted. So look to where you have placements between 14 and 20 degrees, because if it's in Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, or even if it is in Virgo or Capricorn, you can see some type of success coming your way due to those areas, okay? And it will have to do with romance, creative endeavors, or children in some way. Now, the moon, but I did say you could just make sure you're successful at something that holds true to your morals, because you could find yourself bound and restricted. So you might have to, I don't know. I mean, you could work in your solitude, or you could have to, I'm hoping it's not. It directly aspects secret sacrifice and solitude. So you might be making a sacrifice for something, working in your solitude for a romantic partner, a child, or within a creative endeavor. Make sure if you're out having fun, you're not doing anything wrong. Everything is on the up and up, because you don't want to get locked down. if you know what I mean, in your solitude. So look for that. Look at that area of Gemini too. If you have placements there between 14 and 20 degrees, it could be aspecting you there as well. Now, the moon in Capricorn on Tuesday at 26 degrees is going to sextile Vesta and Scorpio at 26 degrees. So if you have placements between 23 and 29 degrees of Scorpio or Capricorn around 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the devotion that you've been having in the area of romance, creative endeavors, and children is going to lend you some type of assistance or opportunity as it pertains to one of your relationships. So one of your romantic relationships, one of your children, one of your relationships with people you hang out with. They're going to lend you some assistance, or maybe you're lending them some assistance. Okay. They could be assisting with whatever it is you master, or you them. Okay. And that's going to be around 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now on Wednesday, the sun is in Scorpio at 18 degrees. So if you have placements between, I'd say, 15 and 21 degrees of Scorpio, try not to overindulge, okay? Because the energies are prompting overindulgence or just overdoing it in some kind of way. So you want to be very, very mindful of that. This area directly aspects Gemini in secret, sacrifice, and solitude. So you don't want to get put in your solitude or something like that, or, have something happen because you're overdoing it in some area. And it causes you to have to go either lay down or you're put down in some way. So be mindful of that. Success can also be achieved where you've tactfully implemented your plans, okay? So this is where you knew when to fall back. You knew when to step ahead. You could also be being protected by someone in the energetic realm, or, someone around you. But protection is noted at this degree, definitely. Now, this is if you have any placements between 15 and 21 degrees of Scorpio. Now, around 10 or 11 a.m., and I don't want to say it could be if you have any placements in other placements too. As long as it's between 15 and 21 degrees, say for instance, you're receiving success in your plans. It could be if you have placements in Pisces, Cancer, because those areas trine Scorpio, and that's where blessings can come in. Okay, it could be in the area of Virgo or Capricorn, where you have assistance and opportunities through your relationships, through siblings and neighbors and things like that, or your networks of people. So you could see success there too. So just be mindful if you have those placements in those signs. It could be aspecting for you. Now around 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday, the moon and Saturn in Aquarius at 7 degrees is going to sextile Mars and Mercury in Scorpio at 7 degrees. So some sort of restriction or responsibility that is placed on you in your area of shared finances, endings, new beginnings, and things you're passionate about, even sex and intimacy, is going to have some sort of, or be lent some sort of assistance or opportunity as it pertains to your romantic partner, as it pertains to your creative endeavors, and as it pertains to your children. So remember, this will be communicated to you. Someone's skills are required and rewards can be had. But if someone is seeing the goodness around you, try not to act out of jealousy. Because remember, this is in your area of romantic partners too. And it has to do with sex and intimacy and things like that. So, you just have to, it's a gray area, there, even with your creative endeavors. You could be getting assistance, or someone else can be getting assistance through that shared finances, endings, new beginnings, things you're passionate about, sex and intimacy. So mind your jealousy, okay? If you have placements in Aquarius or Scorpio between 4 and I'd say 10 degrees, this is aspecting you, okay? Now, the moon in Aquarius a little later, maybe a couple hours, after. So that's probably around like 1 or something like that, Eastern Standard Time. the moon in Aquarius is going to trine Ceres and Gemini at 8 degrees. Okay, so with it trining that area at 8 degrees, if you have placements between 5 and 11 degrees, this could bring you a blessing. The blessing is coming in, and the blessing that's coming in has got to do with shared finances. So it could be money, endings, new beginnings that you want. It could come in the form of sex and intimacy, or it could have to do with something that you're passionate about, okay, that the blessing comes in. But it could come in secretly. It could come in through you making a sacrifice or where you've made a sacrifice. It could come in through it bringing you closure with sex and intimacy, with things you're passionate about, with shared finances. It could, where you've worked in your solitude or done something in your solitude, it could be bringing you that blessing with shared finances, endings, new beginnings, things you're passionate about, sex and intimacy. It could be any of those things, but that blessing is definitely coming in because of the nurturing you've provided, where you've worked in your solitude, where you've sacrificed, where you've worked behind the scenes, where you've worked on your spirituality and nurtured it. Your courage and assistance and nobility did not go unnoticed, okay? Even if it was behind the scenes, somebody knew about it. Rewards are going to come. Better late than never if you have placements in Gemini or Aquarius between 5 and 11 degrees. Shortly after that, the moon in Aquarius at 9 degrees is going to sextile Chiron in Aries at 9 degrees. So assistance or opportunity is going to heal you here. Okay, it's going to heal through or to your area of career, or heal through your area of career, or your area of career is going to be healed. Okay, now because of shared finances, because of endings and new beginnings happening in career, because of maybe sex and intimacy with someone you work with, or whatever it is you master in that area. Maybe you put some good healing on, somebody that you're passionate about. some good sexual healing on them, but or someone does that to you, but it's definitely aspecting. Success can be achieved with the help of someone else. Okay, but you must learn to take the lead in your life and allow wise counsel to assist you. You have to drop the ego. If you have placements between 6 and 12 degrees of Aquarius or Aries, this is aspecting you. Now, stay tuned for the tarot portion of your reading. Come back to Enchantress Press Astrology on Wednesday night to get your Thursday through Saturday astrology. Bye now. Or I shouldn't say goodbye, because we're switching right over to the tarot portion. So I'll see you over there. Okay, guys, I wanted to make a small correction. I talked about on Wednesday at 10 or 11 Eastern Standard Time, where the moon in Aquarius at 7 degrees sextiles Mars and Mercury at Scorpio at 7 degrees. I don't know why I said that, because number one, Mars, Scorpio does not sextile Aquarius. It squares Aquarius. So that brings some type of challenge or extra effort to have to be put in. So for you guys, when you look back at that placement, although it's still right, if you have placements between 4 and 10 degrees of that Scorpio or Aquarius, you do have that restriction or responsibility placed on you, but there's not a sextile. What's going to happen is the fact that those areas are going to clash each other in a way to where you're going to have to lend maybe assistance or opportunities to someone, or someone is going to have to lend opportunities and assistance to you. Extra energy could have to be exerted, but Jupiter is in Aquarius as well. So this is still going to, could wind up being lucky for you. That whatever assistance you lend, whatever restriction is placed on you, whatever responsibility is placed on you, it could wind up being good in the end, because someone's skills are required, but rewards can be had even with this square here. Okay, so I mean, that's probably why I said assistance or opportunity and noted it as a sextile, even though it's not a sextile. But it's because opportunity and assistance is linked to someone that brings rewards, okay? So I just wanted to simply correct the fact that I said sextile instead of square, all right? All right, now your tarot is next. Thank you. Hello, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising Sign people. E-Ray Taronic here with the tarot portion of your reading for the week of November 7th. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. It lets me know you appreciate the content that I am putting out. You cannot do that from Facebook. You'll have to go directly to Enchantress Press Astrology on YouTube, and then you can subscribe and like. I would appreciate it if you would do that for me. Let's talk about your cards. Now, you got permeating your reading the King of Cups. And the King of Cups talks about some type of emotional balance and problem solving. The King is a very strong negotiator, but can be lost and distant, just be stuck up in his head sometimes, because he is lacking some type of, well, he is the card of emotional balance, and that's what it wants you to have. Okay, so that's what this is talking about this week. But for me, looking at your cards, your first set of cards, you have the Temperance card. So you're balancing your impulses, not trying not to like lash out, especially with communication, because you got the Magician card, but and skills, but the Magician card is upside down. So that means something is going on, some manipulation, some type of poor planning, even trickery. Okay, there could be others in the situation who don't have your best interests at heart. Or you could just be suffering from, creative block. But either way, you're going through it looks like you're going through some type of heartbreak or sorrow. And the universe is asking you to get emotionally balanced and garner some type of mental clarity over this, so you can have a victory over this heartbreak and sorrow, that is going on. You also might have more information coming in, or, a talk with someone, or maybe that's what you need to do, have a talk with someone to gain balance, because there's a situation that's aspecting that you really need to either have better planning as to what you're trying to create or communicate, or like I said, there's some manipulation or trickery or something like that in the mix. Now, you also got the Seven of Swords permeated by the Page of Swords and the Six of Cups. So the Seven of Swords already talks about you don't trust somebody. Something is going on where there's a lack of trust in the situation, and maybe you're getting some type of advice this week, or some type of because you got the Page of Swords, and the Page of Swords is like beginning advice. It could be a practical advice, like a mentor coming in to give you advice as to how to handle a situation where you don't trust someone, and this is someone from the past. Okay, because you got the Six of Cups, so you've had some nostalgic moments with this person, but more information is coming in about that. But when you get that Page of Swords, it still tells you that you need to use your intelligence to navigate the situation. Okay. And you need to keep your wits about you, especially if you feel like you're being deceived by someone. Okay. Now you have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands talks about a test of faith, some type of perseverance that you're going through. Now, you're persevering because you're trying to get to your Six of Wands. And your Six of Wands talks about some type of public recognition, like a win, a reward, some type of victory that you want coming in. It notes that obstacles will be overcome. There will be some kind of breakthrough. Things that are temporarily stalled will be moving ahead, whether it's a work issue or delayed contracts. And you could get information this week because you got the Page of Pentacles. Now, remember, the Page of Pentacles, it could be something in the mail. It could be an email. So make sure you're checking your emails. Make sure you're checking your mail. But when you get this information, avoid wasteful spending. Don't overindulge just because you get good news, because you got the devil card permeating it. So it's saying that you're going to get this good news about money, and then you're going to run and start either spending, overdoing it with like illegal substances, drugs, or alcohol, or whatever the case may be. And it's telling you not to do that. Okay. Either that, or for some of you, you have some type of win, recognition, or reward coming in, and the information, that's coming into you, whether it's an email or whatever it is, it could be from a Capricorn person. Okay. So, either one, but, for a lot of you, I definitely think you should watch out for, overdoing it or being a glutton because you have this money aspecting and this money coming in. The devil also talks about investing money or energy in the wrong person or project for short-term gain. Don't do that. Okay. Don't invest money just to get your public reward and recognition. Don't invest your money into the wrong person. You need to be very, very careful of that. Okay. That's a misdirected passion of some sort that's going on this week. And it could have came in last week when all those opportunities were coming in under the guise of the South Node. So you want to be mindful of that as well. Your challenge is permeated by the 8 of Pentacles. So this is putting your skills to work. Okay, this is where you're having some sort of challenge. Your education, your entrepreneurship, your craft. You need to start investing in yourself, to advance, so that you can see this payoff. There's something. You got the challenge too. You don't trust someone. You don't trust someone in a situation as it pertains to your stability, as it pertains to your, I would say your happy family, maybe. Yeah. Celebrations in the home. It's somebody that has to do with the home. You're trying to restore peace in a situation, and you don't really trust somebody. Okay. So there's something going on where that harmony and that security in home and that satisfied, safe place you're in, you don't feel that that's the case. So you're feeling like you need to work on what you got to work on so you can maybe get a new home, get out of the situation, or maybe even, trying to see. Maybe this is also too, if you are going out and getting a home, beware of like dishonesty or maybe somebody trying to get one over on you. So yeah, just beware of that as well. Let's see. Yeah, because you don't want that to cause you any sort of anxiety. Now, your advice is to either be the Queen of Wands, or you're dealing with a Queen of Wands person. And the Queen of Wands person is a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries person who is a really good businesswoman, who is warm, exuberant, determined. She lends wisdom and support to others, and she inspires those around her. You got the Fool card permeating that, going on a new journey. So this is either asking you to be this person and go on a new journey, or this is telling you to go on a new journey with this person. If you have this person around you or in your life, it's asking you to go within, search your soul, and start this new journey, this new process, or even gather more information about the new journey that you want to go on with this Queen of Wands person, or as this Queen of Wands person. Okay, because you have this new journey aspect, and you don't keep your head stuck in the past or anything like that. You had a lot of swords cards, especially 7 of Swords. You got to get out of that state of not trusting. And if it's somebody that you don't trust in a situation, then you need to move away from them. It's just as simple as that. Okay. God bless you guys. And I'll see you next week. Bye now.